Today I have another notebook for my mom, and this is probably the most unique set of covers you're going to see on my notebooks. I used a piece of fabric. A few months ago I had to buy a new phone case on Etsy, and I can't remember the seller's name, but she packaged it in this, it was sort of like a Ziploc bag, but it was like half Ziploc bag, half fabric, and I used the fabric for the covers. This piece of fabric was very thin, so I thought it would be okay to put it into the mini cinch machine, but not really. It's still jammed up, and then it didn't properly cut the holes, so I had to poke them out myself. So I wouldn't do that again. And then also, because it is thin, it's just not a very good cover. The cover, when I put it together, also came off in my hand, so I wrote a little note inside to my mom that says, "Hello, I am frail and stiff. Please be gentle with me." When I first got into doing this, I found out that you can buy a big box of the mini cinch wires. They were at Michael's, but I've looked them up recently and they're not there anymore, and you can get them on Amazon. But when you get that box, all of the wires are in a little tray, and I learned the hard way that they have to stay in that little tray and separate from each other, or else they cling together and they're very, very hard to get apart. At one time, the wire that I used got stuck to another one and I had to pull it apart, and it got bent, and they're meant to stay the shape that they are when they come in the box. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. That's why it's so hard to turn the pages in this one, because at first it didn't close at all, and then I had to do it again, and now it's like too tight. You can get quite a few books out of each wire because they're about 12 inches long, and then you have to cut them with a pair of wire cutters, and I used ones that specifically go with this machine because I was too afraid to use rusty old things. I've now made over 25 books, so I have used up quite a bit of my wires.